Heya, welcome back to another Conversations with June. Notice how this has started being more updated than Ori. Sorry about that. Ori, the last time I played it, was not a good time. I'm taking a little bit of a break, but also I had my final exams and I'm finally free from the hell that is school. But who cares? There's a hat. And there's choosing that we must do from said hat. I'm going to pick this one because that looked the closest to falling. Put that away. Don't be one we've already done. Have I done this one? I think, hold on. I have to look at my phone. To find out if I've done this one. Or if I've just done one that's very similar. I think I did things I like in media. Yeah, okay, I did things I like in media. But this is idea number 18, which is just general movies I hella like. So I have this one, and I have a music taste one that really could have just done in what I like in media. But this is just so that I can, go through some of my more favorite movies. So without saying, like, in a particular order what my favorite movies are, I haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth in years, but the last time I saw it, it was a really, really good movie. It's on my list of movies I need to watch. What the That was the biggest wasp I've ever seen. Sorry, there was a wasp outside my window. But, yeah, sorry. Pan's Labyrinth. Really good movie. I like it a lot. I watched it in Spanish class. I don't know if that movie has an English dub or if it was ever made specifically for English or if it was made for Spanish, but I watched it in Spanish, and now I'm afraid that if I find a version of the movie and it's not in Spanish, I'm gonna hate it. So next time I watch that movie, I'm watching it in Spanish. Noticeably, that is a Guillermo del Toro movie. I also really love Pacific Rim, and I really love, no, that's the wrong director. I also love Shape of Water. There we go. That's the movie I was thinking of. They both had S's in it. I mentioned this in the things I like in media stuff, but personally, my current favorite directors, even though I'm about to start watching a whole lot of movies, so I might find some more favorite directors, are Edgar Wright and Guillermo del Toro. I love the fantasy elements that Guillermo del Toro puts into his media, and then Edgar Wright's, I guess it's not necessarily Edgar Wright, but his editing team is really good. All the shots that they do are fantastic. Everything works amazingly in those movies. I had a conversation about Edgar Wright movies yesterday, because my favorite movie of all time is Baby Driver. And someone said, Baby Driver, in their opinion, is the worst of Edgar Wright's movies, but it's still an amazing movie, so that says something about Edgar Wright as a director. I haven't seen A Fistful of Fingers, which I think is his first movie, but I've seen pretty much all of them, and I'm going to watch them again. In fact, actually, I may as well, since we're talking about movies I hella like, this is a list of movies. Actually, no, hold on, I'll go on to that list later on. But, yeah, so I love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. That was my favorite movie for the longest time, and I felt bad, because I was like, oh, it's a continuation, not a continuation, it's an adaptation of a comic book. People probably don't like it that much. Before learning, no, a lot of people love that movie. There's a lot of visual gags in it that are great. Most notably, hey, is Scott home? Oh, I'm sorry, and then you see Scott jumping out the window just as the door is closing. He just left. It's great. I love that moment in that movie. That is my favorite moment in the entire movie. It's visual gags get me all the goddamn time. But yeah, so I really love Scott Pilgrim, I really love Baby Driver, Shaun of the Dead is amazing, like, all of the Cornetto trilogy is great, a lot of Guillermo del Toro movies, I've heard some of them are hit and miss. I know a lot of people don't like Hellboy, but I remember when I watched it, which again was ages ago, I really liked Hellboy, which is also an adaptation. He also directed Blade 2. I'm not gonna say anything about the Blade series, because I'm watching those through again as well. And oh boy. Oh god. Okay. If I'm talking about movies I hella like, what movies have I seen recently? I saw Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 is really good. I also saw Shape of Water, like, only a month ago. I actually, watched Shape of Water to revise my media. Which means I watched that movie the day before my first media exam and pretended I used it for revision. I didn't. I just wanted to watch Shape of Water. Oh, I'm a mess. I'm an actual mess of a human being. Oh, wow. I don't know. I love movies as, like, a medium because you can do so much. If I had to say, like, I really want to see Loving Vincent, is that on this list? Did I not put that on this list? Am I an idiot? I might be an idiot. I don't think I've put I don't think I've put that movie on this list. I need to watch Loving Vincent, because that looks amazing. That's all done in oil painting, I think? I think it's oil painting. All of it is animated, but it's, like, animated in oil painting, which is wild. That takes years. Oh, wow. I don't know. I really like movies that either are visually stunning in some way, shape, or form. Note Edgar Wright and his editing. Or Guillermo del Toro and his fantasy creations. Or I really like a movie that's like, that makes me sit down and go, fuck, I just need to sit down and reevaluate life for a second. It's not necessarily that, but it's just a movie that made me sit down and go, fuck, I'm upset. I watched Grave of the Fireflies the other day. That is a very sad movie. I finished that movie by myself, watching this movie. I turn it off, and the first thing I literally do is just say, I'm upset. Not, this is a bad movie. Not, this is a great movie. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know whether it's a good movie or a great movie. I just know that it upset me. Which, to be fair, is a good sign, because that's what it meant to do. Like, that's what it was out there to do. It was meant to go and upset audiences. Saying that, I have a whole bunch of movies down here. Ooh, how did I forget? Lord of the Rings trilogy. That's something I've just grown up with. Lord of the Rings trilogy is some of the best filmmaking of all time. It's a really good movie series. Even if there's not anything, like, deep about it. Like, I just really like Lord of the Rings. It's a really good series. The movies are great. The books are awesome. Just Lord of the Rings. But I've got 3 minutes left of this episode because I spent a lot of time wondering whether this was the right one. So I'm gonna read the 100 movies that I need to watch. So I made this list because I went, you know what? I'm currently going into animation, which is a lot of shot composition because I want to do storyboarding if I do that. But I also really like movies, and I feel like I haven't seen enough. So what I did was I went, okay, what movies do I remember seeing and haven't seen in forever? / what movies have I heard good or bad things about and I haven't seen? And while I couldn't think of enough, I also asked my friends to be like, hey yo, name me movies, like give me movies that you want me to watch, don't tell me whether they're good or bad. And this is the list of movies that came about. So, Clerks, Donnie Darko, The Room, Best Friends, Matrix, Fistful of Fingers, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, Baby Driver, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Taxi Driver, Blade Runner, Whiplash, Chronos, Mimic, The Devil's Backbone, Blade 2, Blade Trinity, Hellboy, Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy 2, Pacific Rim, Crimson Peak, Babadook, Get Out. Oh, it is on this list. I thought I didn't put it on for some reason. Your Name, A Silent Voice, Wolf Children, Akira, 5 centimeters per second, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Kingsman and Kingsman 2. I kind of put them together because, I had them as separate movies, and then someone saw them and went, ooh, Kingsman 2 is not good. And I don't know, because I've heard good things about that movie, so I'm like, I'm just going to put them in one thing, just to be safe. Because I'm probably going to watch them right after each other anyway. Leon the Professional. Yeah, Leon the Professional. Die Hard. Godzilla, the original one. Only Lovers Left Alive. Snowpiercer. Trainspotting. Trainspotting 2. The Disaster Artist. Alien vs. Predator. Predator. The Void. Doomsday 2008. Dog Soldiers. A Ted named Gooby. I think that goes by a different name, but that was the name that I was given. Old Boy. Train to Busan. The Raid. The Raid 2. Prisoners. With Nail and I. Aeon Flux, I think is how it's pronounced. Inglourious Bastards, A Cure for Wellness, The Handmaiden, Wreck, Doom, Raw, The Villainous, In This Corner of the World, No Country for Old Men, my best friend's birthday, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Four Rooms, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill 1 and 2, I've put in the same movie, Sin City, Grindhouse, Django, Hateful Eight, Cool Cat Saves the Kids. I regret nothing. Blade Runner 2049, The Prince of Egypt, The Road to El Dorado, Nymphomaniac 1 and 2, because apparently there's 2 of those movies, I didn't even know that. Lolita, Hidden Figures, The Martian, Bolt, WALL-E, that's not done correctly, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, Master of Disguise, Raw, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 1 and 2, Shaolin Soccer, Spy Kids 1, 2, and 3, because it was originally just 1 and 2, and then someone went, no, you have to watch the third one. The third one is the best one. And I don't agree with that, but I'm going to watch it anyway, just because. Machete, John Wick 1 and 2, because one of my friends has a John Wick tattoo, and John Wick Chapter 3 got announced, and we said, okay, we're going to go watch the premiere of that movie when it comes to England, like in London or whatever, and we will go and get Keanu Reeves to sign his tattoo somehow. I don't care how we do it, but it's gonna happen. Yeah. So, John Wick 1 and 2, The Grey, True Romance, Unfriended, Tusk, Teeth, White Men Can't Jump, and finally, a Goofy Movie 1 and 2. Granted, there are a few sequels put together in those, which technically is cheating, but I want to watch a shit ton of these movies. I might watch one after this, actually. I don't know. I actually need to render this video and put it up, so I'm not going to do that. But, yeah. I like movies a lot. I think it's a really good medium. It's been around for, like, ages now, which is amazing. Granted, I don't have anything that's, like, absolutely classic on that. I mean, 2001: A Space Odyssey and Taxi Driver, I think, are the most. Oh, these are classic, really good movies you need to watch. Like, I don't have Casablanca. I don't have Casablanca. I don't have Citizen Kane. I don't have, like, there's like a whole bunch of movies from like I'm gonna say 50s to pre-50s era that aren't on this list that are really good movies that I just don't have because I don't know who I could get to sit down and watch those movies with me. I know a lot of people who can't watch things that look too old, so I don't know. I kind of like seeing things that are older to see how things have changed, but I don't know. I just think movies are really cool. This is just a reason to gush about Edgar Wright and Guillermo del Toro. However, I can't end this list without mentioning my least favorite movie. I can't end this episode without mentioning my least favorite movie, The Emoji Movie. Now, I'm not saying this because it's a really bad movie. No. The reason why I hate The Emoji Movie is I went to go watch that movie opening day, not because I was excited for it, but because me and two of my friends said, we know this movie is gonna be bad, but you can laugh at things that are bad. And that is true. A lot of people love The Room, which is on this list, because of how terrible it is. But we went to go watch that movie, and we sat in that movie theater for an hour and a half, or however long that movie's runtime is. And we didn't laugh a single time. Not even to ourselves. We couldn't make jokes about the movie to ourselves. It was that bad. So much of it is like product placement and the dumbest lines in history that they somehow got a human being to read. Most notably, their illegal malware and Dropbox is secure. Thanks for that whole product placement of Dropbox, guys. Much appreciated. I hate The Emoji Movie so much. It is a movie that actually betrayed me in the sense that it was so bad that I couldn't even make fun of it. But that's it. That's movies I like. I really like movies. There's going to be a whole lot more when we get to music, though, because music is a whole different story. But, yeah, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you come and watch tomorrow's episode as well. We are actually recording these the day that they come up now, because I'm lazy. But, yeah, thank you for... I keep messing up my own outro. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. See ya.